Ever feel like giving up? Here's a story that can change that. Watch closely. I promise this story will show you how positive thinking can change your life. Once in a quiet village surrounded by green hills and rice fields, there lived an old woman everyone lovingly called Dadi Maa. Her hair was silver like moonlight, and her eyes were gentle but full of wisdom. She lived alone in a small clay house near the river, yet her home was never empty. Laughter, stories, and hope always filled the space. Every morning, children gathered around her porch to hear her tales, and even grown-ups came when their hearts were heavy. Dadi Maa had lived through many seasons of joy and sorrow. She had lost her husband years ago and raised her daughter single-handedly. Life had tested her often, but she never allowed pain to harden her heart. She used to say, "When you smile in the middle of a storm, even the storm begins to calm." One cloudy afternoon, a young man named Sammy came to see her. His face was pale, his eyes tired. "Dadi Maa," he said softly, "I don't know what to do anymore. My small shop failed. I owe people money, and I can't take care of my family. It feels like everything is ending." Dadi Maa looked at him and smiled gently. "Sit, my child," she said. "Do you know what happens when a potter shapes clay?" Sammy looked confused. "He presses and molds it again and again until it takes form," she continued. "Life does the same with us. It shapes us through challenges, not comfort." Sammy sighed. "But Amma, what if things never get better? What if I try again and fail?" Dadi Maa's eyes sparkled. "Let me tell you a story," she said. "Many years ago, this village suffered a terrible drought. The river dried up, and the earth cracked open. People stopped farming, waiting for the rain. But there was one man, Abu the gardener, who didn't wait. Every morning, he carried 2 small pots of water from the well far away and sprinkled a few drops on his garden. People laughed at him, called him foolish, but he smiled and said, 'A seed that gets even a drop of hope can survive the longest drought.' Days turned into weeks, and one morning dark clouds filled the sky. Rain poured for days, and while other lands were dry and broken, Abu's garden bloomed first. Flowers, green leaves, and fruits, everything alive again. People asked him how he knew the rain would come. He said, "I didn't, but I knew I couldn't stop believing." Dadi Maa looked at Sammy kindly. "You see, my dear, Abu's garden grew not because of luck, but because of faith. Don't wait for life to become easy. Start planting your effort while it's still hard. The rain will come, but you must keep watering your dreams." Sammy sat quietly, her words echoing in his mind. Slowly, his eyes filled with determination. "You're right, Amma. I'll try again. This time, I'll trust the process." She patted his hand. "That's my boy. Remember, when life gives you 100 reasons to give up, find one reason to stand again." Weeks passed. Sammy reopened his small shop, this time with patience and heart. He smiled at customers, offered kindness even on tough days, and worked with renewed energy. Slowly, people began to return. His business grew, and so did his faith. One morning, he came running to Dadi Maa's house, a bright smile on his face. "Amma, it worked! My shop is full again. I did what you said. I planted hope, even when I couldn't see the rain." Dadi Maa's eyes shone with pride. "You see, child, the world blooms for those who don't stop believing." As the sun set behind the hills, Sammy looked at her and said, "Amma, you changed my life." She laughed softly. "No, my son, you changed it when you decided to believe again. When we think positively, we invite good things into our life. Problems will always come, but if we face them with a hopeful heart, we can overcome them. Soon, Other villagers began to hear about Dadi Maa's wise words. Many came to her, sharing their struggles. She gave the same advice to everyone: think good thoughts, and good will come. The villagers loved her even more because her words had changed their lives. She had taught them the power of hope and positive thinking. The wind rustled through the trees, and her words lingered in the air like a blessing. When the world tests you, don't break bloom. If this story inspired you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs hope, and remember to keep believing in the power of positive thinking.